Hey y'all, welcome back to Mike and Lakaija's channel, Long and Strong.
What's happening, everybody?
First of all, we want to thank y'all again for subscribing to our channel. We truly appreciate y'all. We hope we've been able to share some valuable information with y'all. So today we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna talk about intentions. So what I mean by that is, when you meet people, talk about their intentions and your intentions. So for example, when I first met Mike, I cut straight to the chase. What you looking for? You looking for a friend? You looking for F buddy? You looking for a long-term relationship? Short-term? Like, what you looking for? And because I was in the process of looking for somebody I could potentially spend the rest of my life with. Obviously, we're not going to get into that right away. But when I asked him these questions, I was like, a friend that could potentially turn into something more, or just whatever the other stuff may be. And Mike was like, well, pretend a friend that could potentially be more. You know, I got to get to know somebody first. And I was like, okay, cool. We on the same page there. If he would have said, oh, I'm just looking for friends, I would have been like, okay, cool. I'm not interested because that's not what I don't need no more friends. If he would have said, I'm looking for an F buddy, I would have been like, no, I don't need that either. So there's no point of us wasting time. You know, so we set the foundation there with his intentions and my intentions. What you got to say about that, babe?
I think the intentions was mutual. When you get a certain age, you probably do have to ask those questions. I think probably if you're younger generation, if you're in your 20s, you probably don't have to ask them questions. So I think that's probably, in my opinion, that's a little too young to be married. I know a lot of people say, maybe they found their soulmate, but if you out there 20 years old, that's young, people. So if you at the age and you get married at 20, I ain't hating on you or nothing like that, but make sure that's what you want, and make sure it's just not infatuation or lust over somebody. Because I do think that boundaries should be set. I've been in, relationships before where a girl has asked me, I was in my 20s, and she asked me, what are we? And I was too young. I didn't like the feeling of having a girlfriend, I didn't like that title. So I told her that. And, she was cool with it. I think she was probably cool with it because she probably thought it would turn into something, more or whatever. But don't be just cool with it if you think it's going to turn into something more. If you're older, you probably need to know exactly what the other person wants and what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm. I agree, babe. Like, listen to people what they tell you. If somebody tell you, no, I'm just looking for a friend, just because you like them, don't expect to be like, well, maybe someday I can change their mind. Like, a lot of people have their mindset, and that's how they're going to move, and that's how they're going to treat you. Some people might give you mixed signals. They might treat you like a girlfriend boo, but they ain't going to never want to commit to you because they told you in the beginning they were just friends. Now, you salty, looking sad and silly, talking about, oh, I thought that we could grow and build. No, they told you in the beginning, I want to just be friends. That's what I'm looking for. Take people's word for what they say. Now, some people might lie to you and say, oh, just to, like he said, when you're younger, some people, even older dudes play games too. Older women play games too. So I guess you also have to gauge and see, how it's playing out. Because somebody could tell you, oh, I want to, build something with somebody and potentially be more or whatever. But if that's not how they moving, then take that for what it is too. You have to take people's actions for what they actions be actioning. If that, y'all know what I mean.
Like it ain't, but it ain't nothing like a person. For me at least, it ain't nothing like a woman to tell me what she wants or what she's looking for.
Directly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got that conversation. I think that was after, hey, how you doing? That was the next thing I said. What you looking for? Because I'm not really into wasting time. I'm 32 now. 32 now. So it's just like, even when I met him, I knew where my mind was at. Like, I've dated in the past, it's been whatever, And I mean, I know you, babe, you say like when you're 20s, it's not no need to ask that because you might not want to settle down early. But I truthfully wish that at least by like I spent a really long time in an on and off relationship or whatever. But after that was over, I wish I would have been more upfront about what I wanted with the last couple of guys I've dated, because then I wouldn't have been in such a funky space with these people if I would have asked those questions, or if I would have took their actions for what they was, So that's
Even
why.
in your 20s? Even in your 20s?
Because even in my like older 20s, like 25 plus, I was hoping like, hopefully I can find my guy by now and we can just grow with one another and build with one another and then potentially, do more with our lives together. In my younger 20s, I was just dating for fun, but 25 plus, I was hoping like, hopefully I can meet my guy by here. We can do whatever we got to do. Someday we'll have a family, blah, blah, blah. We'll go all together, all that stuff. But I guess maybe that's the woman in me. I don't think guys are at that point, and when they're 25, they're still probably trying to, not all, probably a lot though, are still trying to live their lives and be free and, carry on how they want to carry on. As you can see, what you heard from this wonderful man here, when he was in his 20s, he wasn't there yet. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I wasn't there yet.
Yeah. Okay, so now another question we're going to talk about today, or another topic we're going to talk about today is polygamy and monogamy. So today's day and age, a lot of people are polygamous. And I personally don't want to be in no polygamy relationship. Like, I feel like someday me and my future husband, we will have fun out, whatever, with other people. But right now in this moment, us just being a couple, no, I don't want to practice no polygamy or none of that. Like, I feel like I like monogamous relationships. It's me and you. We rocking, And so I think that that's an important conversation to have, because a lot of people today are okay with dating around or being in a relationship, but then their partners seeing and doing stuff for other people. Talk about that. Get to know your partner. Know if that's what they want, because if that's not what you want, then are y'all a good fit for each other just because you may like each other? Is that something you are okay with putting up with if that's how they want to live, And so me and Mike had that conversation, and I said I was a monogamous person. Babe, what about you? What are your thoughts on this?
Now today is a different era, right?
Amen.
I think there's a lot of polygamy going on and going around, and it's normal. It ain't nothing. It's the people's opinion or option to be so. But me, I can't do it. And call me biased or whatever. But if it ever was to happen, it can't be no other man. No, it can't be no other man. I mean, it may be biased, but let's say that would be the only way I could be in a polygamy relationship.
Yeah, I
feel with another one. I wouldn't want to be there anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, and as far as monogamy, do you believe in us being in a monogamous relationship? Is me and you, and then ain't nobody dating nobody else? Is we set our relationship status and that's what it is?
I agree, most definitely.
Because I just don't want the people to be confused, because you said like it's okay, but it's not. But just so we clear, we're in a monogamous relationship. We've discussed this before. He's talking about maybe threesomes in the future or something like that. And we've talked about stuff like that, but that's probably TMI for y'all. But yeah, still like he said, and a woman, not a man. But that's just like a once in a every now and then occasion. That's not like we're gonna be a throuple like that or something like that, So yeah. Anything else you want to say, babe, regarding polygamy and monogamy and dating, friendships, relationships?
Be open, know what you want, and if you're curious, I guess, try different things, I guess, to find out what you want.
Yep, agreed. Oh, we did not talk about dating. Let's do that real fast. So to dating, also discuss what you believe is dating. Like in my opinion, if I'm dating somebody, that means we're not in a relationship. That means we're both still free and open to talk to who we want to, date who we want to date. We're not in a relationship until we discuss, hey, we are boyfriend, until he, like Mike, until he asked me, like, oh, is we boyfriend, girl, or will you be my girlfriend, or however he has said it. That's when we became a relationship. Although after I met Mike, I didn't really entertain too many other people because I knew I liked Mike. We just wasn't together. We were just dating, you know. But you can be different than me. I'm a little bit older now, so I was just like, okay, I like this guy. I knew he wasn't dating nobody else and I wasn't dating nobody else, but we were still getting to know each other before we made our relationship official, you know? But if you are different, make sure you have that conversation. If you feel like, oh, me and this guy are just dating, I'm still dating around to test the waters and see who the best pick, or however you date, then date that way. But have that discussion, because, and a man should have that discussion with you too, because at the end that you don't want nobody's feelings getting hurt if they find out you dating around, but they thought, oh, we was dating, I cannot think of the, exclusively. Thanks, babe. You complete me. But thank you for that. But yeah, like, talk about stuff like that. Don't be afraid to, have those conversations. And if a guy is telling you, oh, I want you to date only me, then figure out his intentions and figure out if you want to be that girl that's like, oh, I'm going to only date you even though you ain't made nothing official yet. Is that fair to you if that's not what you want to do, So again, healthy relationships are created by having honest discussions. In the beginning, talk about this stuff. Don't just be going along with the flow, seeing what's up. Like, that's how hearts get broken. That's why people be confused. That's why you end up in situations where you get stuck or you feel like, oh, I don't know what to do. No, have them real conversations, and then it would be better for your mental health and your relationship.
Amen.
Amen. All right, well, we hope that y'all have a lovely week. Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, thank you to our subscribers. And anything you want to say?
Tell somebody about us.
Tell somebody about us. Please and thank you. All right, I'm praying us out, babe. Jesus, we hope everybody had a fantastic weekend and that they also have a magnificent week, and that what we have said today has helped somebody be able to have an open, honest conversation with their partners or dating people or friendships or however they want to put that, and that people can just learn how to communicate better, and that we have said something that can help people do that. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Have a good week, y'all.
See y'all later.